guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing super well. So here is my October plan of me. It's a little bit late due to September being quite a busy month for me, but I had so much fun doing this plan of me, and I did 2 watercolor paintings for this theme, and I always get reminded why it's my favorite medium to use when I paint with watercolors again. So if you haven't painted with watercolors, I honestly highly recommend it, and they're just so forgiving. And for some reason my themes don't have names anymore because I really don't know what to call this theme, but I'm sure I'll figure it out and put something in the title. So here you can see me doing my florist painting. I got some inspiration from Pinterest and I had so much fun painting these. So with every watercolor painting that I do, I lay down my flat colors first and I make them super light so that I can build up with darker shades to make the painting come together. And then I used my fine liner at the end to really go over all the outlines to bring it to life. And I think this is what really made it stand out, and I think it's such a good trick to when you don't really want to spend loads and loads of time on a painting but you still want it to come together, you know. And then I moved on to my library painting, and this one I thoroughly enjoyed and it was so therapeutic. It's something that I haven't really done before, so it was quite new for me, but like the concept, I mean, was new. Like I'd never painted a library before, but I really enjoyed it, and it had so many windows and the books I added at the end, all the details. I went through the exact same process with this one as well, layering down all my base flat colors, and then I used darker colors to add shading and highlights. Or as well, I did add some highlights to both the paintings using my acrylic paint pens by Arteza. I hope I've got that right, but I'll double check that and put it in the description if you guys want them. And then again, I outlined everything with my fine liner in the size 005, and I also added the title of the library with my jelly roll, my white one, in the size 05. So moving on to the working spreads, I started off with my monthly summary, which I have done with every single theme over the last few months or so, and it works so well. I just have like a really nice overview and like a guide. It just takes me through each week and it keeps me very organized because I know what I need to be getting done each week, and because I actually don't finish all of my weekly spreads for each month in one sitting, instead I do it each week, so I can refer back to this and I know what's going on for the week, and it also gives me a space to kind of write stuff for each week as well. but I do want to get into the habit of being like 2 weeks in advance with my weekly spreads, and it will enable me to write things weeks in advance, so I do want to start doing that. And then on the other side, I added my first painting. I did the florist one, and I just trimmed it down and rounded the edges off, and I rounded the edges for the whole plan with me, so you'll see that I rounded the corners on all of my boxes, and also the border as well, which I added to every single spread, and it just kind of tied them together so they didn't look empty, you know, because I didn't add much to this plan with me. It was meant to be like a really nice simple plan with me that was focused on the paintings that I did. Oh, and the pen that I'm using now is an Arteza Olive Acrylic pen. So for my calendar spread, I usually put it on one spread, but I decided this month I would need a little bit more space to write some of my events in and plans, so I've made it a 2-spread calendar, and I like how it turned out. And then on the right hand side, I've added like a mini to-do list. I added another quote on top of that, and then finally I added the days of the week. I also added a quote on top of the cover page as well. My next spreads are the ones that I keep in every single plan with me, and it's just my habit tracker and my goals page. And if you want to see how I plan out my goals, then you can look at like my previous plan with me videos, and I explain why I plan my goals the way that I do. And I also decided to add a box below my habit trackers this month where I can add any notes pertaining to the habits that I chose to track for this month. And then for my final spread, I added my library painting, which I trimmed down and rounded the corners off. I then did another quote underneath that painting, and then I left that spread on the right blank as it's for some things that I'm working on. So here is the final flip through for this October plan with me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and was able to get some inspiration from it, even though it's a little bit late. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this from me, and also like the video as it really helps out the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next one.